Good morning, I'm Angelo Castro III.
I'm Angela and Weirda Castro. Bakit?
Salamin
Hindi
ko
ka na
nga.
maglinis
Wala
ng
ba?
salamin mo.
Oo. Okay. Monday ngayon.
Uy,
and
we
of
have.
course, ang kasama natin today is House of...
Bao. Tama.
House of Bao ba? Bao. House of Bao. Oo. Today, they sent us suman.
Suman!
Pero maganda dito kasi
Very tiny.
bite size, di ba? Noong una naghanap ako sugar, ba't walang sugar? Pero pag kinain mo na...
Tikma ko nga.
Actually, okay na siya yung flavor
Kahit walang
niya.
sugar?
Oo, masarap siya.
Ano?
At perfect, alam mo, perfect na perfect talaga ang
Dapat may
suman
hot chocolate ako dito.
sa coffee.
Ako hot choco.
Diba, uso ngayon yung coffee and suman. Hoy, si Pepito, sa NCR at least, lumihis siya. But mga kababayan natin na dinaanan niya sa southern portion.
Catanduanes, Camarines,
Oo,
diba? Quezon.
They really went through a lot. Tapos pati sa may northern areas of Luzon, which is Baguio, Ilocos Sur also, medyo matindi ang epekto na naramdaman nila doon.
Sa Albay naman, sinasabi nila, dahil dun sa preemptive evacuation na ginawa nila,
Yes,
walang naitalang casualty dun sa area nila.
This is
So
actually-
far, initial report nila.
Actually, madami naghahanap ng madaming ulan. Pero usually kasi pag ganito nakalakas yung hangin, the ulan is not as much.
Yes.
Pero meron pa rin. Okay, but let's talk about this later on. We're serving you news in a countdown.
All that before your second cup of coffee. This is Brunch.
The weather has improved as Typhoon Pepito slightly weakened. However, some areas are still under signal number 3. Let's get further details from Pag-asa weather forecaster Kevin Cadiz. Kevin, good morning.
Good morning po, sir.
Alright, Kevin, nasaan na si Pepito ngayon?
Sa pangayon po, patuloy po siyang gumagalaw northwestward over the West Philippine Sea. At huli po itong namataan sa, as of 4 a.m., 145 kilometers west of Sinait, Ilocos Sur.
So kailan ba lalabas ang bagyong Pepito sa ating Philippine Area Responsibility?
It will continue po na mag-move sa northwestward or west-northwestward today po. At inaasahan po nating lumabas siya ngayong umaga or ngayong tanghali.
Okay.
Saka ano yung mga areas natin under signal number 3?
Ang signal number 3 po natin ngayon ay sa northern and western portions of Ilocos Sur and northwestern portion of La Union and western portion of Abra po.
So sa ngayon ba, bukod dito kay Pepito na siya ay inaasahang paglabas ng Philippine Air Responsibility ngayong umaga or mamayang tanghali, meron pa ba tayong mga ibang weather disturbances na nakikita ngayon outside our par o kahit paano makakahinga yung ating mga kababayan mula sa mga bagyo?
Based po sa tropical cyclone threat potential po natin, sa next week po na ito, wala po tayong nababantayan po na mga bagyo. At sa labas po ng TCA or TC advisory at TC information po natin na area, wala po tayong namamataan na mga LPA na pwedeng mamuo po na bagyo.
Okay, that's good news
So, asahan po natin po na fair weather tayo ngayon na week.
Ayun. So sa Metro Manila, is it safe to say all through the week also walang masyadong pag-ulan?
Yes po, pero patuloy pa rin tayong subaybay sa mga update. For now, wala pa po.
Paano naman yung hanging amihan natin, Kevin?
Yun din po yung binabantayan namin, pero wala pa pong posible po ngayong na week or next week. Pwede po tayong onset ng amihan.
Okay, so far ngayon, meron pa rin ba tayong nakataas na gale warning, Kevin?
Yes po, Teka lang pa, wait.
Kasi may mga areas pa rin naman
Yeah,
na nag-uulan today, kaya maigi na malaman natin kung saan yung mga areas na may gale warning para maabisuhan natin yung
Mga kababayan natin.
huwag pumalaot.
Yeah.
Sige, go ahead,
May
Kevin.
nakataas po tayo sa northern Luzon and western seaboard of central Luzon po.
Alright, sige.
Thank you for that. Pag-asa weather forecaster Kevin Cadiz.
Alright, let's continue with our countdown. Our ninth story, hundreds of thousands have been evacuated from Pepito-hit areas. The Philippine Coast Guard reported over 500,000 people evacuated due to Super Typhoon Pepito. Affected areas include Metro Manila, Bicol, Southern Tagalog, Northwestern and Northeastern Luzon, and Eastern Visayas. The PCG deployed over 6,000 personnel, 7 vessels, and 613 vehicles for disaster response. Earlier, the Office of Civil Defense assured that rescuers and food packs are pre-positioned for affected communities. Oh, we've seen a lot of areas. Kanina nga nabanggit natin, Albay, di ba, Camarines Sur, Aurora, Quezon. Di ba, Catanduanes, yan yung mga talagang binayo naman itong bagyong Pepito. At napakalakas nung hangin. As you can see, maraming mga na-uproot na mga puno, tas nagtumbahan yung mga poste ng kuryente.
Alam mo sa mga storm na ganito tulad ni Pipito na mas matindi ang hangin kaysa sa yung ulan, as long as you're in a safe structure naman, like a building, up to signal number 3 or 4, safe ka.
Exactly.
So that this time around, yung mga LGUs natin were very good in preparing for this. Ngayon, iba naman kasi ang usapan pag may kasamang ulan, di ba? So, mas mahirap pag sabay sila, ulan at hangin. But
exactly.
Thank you God na lang na this storm mismo, Pipito, malakas yung hangin. But the ulan was not as much.
Totoo. And prior to that naman talaga ang message na rin ng Pag-asa along with of course yung ating government ay sinasabi nila na dahil nga sunod-sunod yung mga naging pag-ulan sa atin.
Ready na sila.
Asahan nyo na rin itong Pepito kahit na let's say for example konti lang yung ulan na dala niya puro hangin. Asahan nyo pa rin may mga pagbaha pa rin sa different areas because sobrrang basang-basa yung lupa.
Saturated na yung lupa and
In essence,
the soil can no longer absorb any more rain, di ba? So, kahit sabihin mo nang hindi mataas ang volume, konti lang aangat na yung tubig from the soil already.
May mga nakita nga akong mga reports din na iba siyempre kasama sila dun sa mga preemptive evacuation plan So sabi nila mabuti nga daw na nakaligtas sila, nasa evacuation center sila. Kaya lang problema naman nila yung bahay na babalikan nila dahil mostly yung sabi nga hindi nga binaha yung bahay namin pero merong area kasi na nagkaipo-ipo.
Yes. So,
'di ba? So sabi tinangay naman yung bubong ng bahay namin, wala na kaming babalikan. So yun na naman dun tayo sa point sa stage of our lives today, yung rebuilding process naman, paano magsisimula.
Basta sabi ng Pangulo, if it's going to be clear period for a number of weeks, then maybe we can start to recover. Ang ayaw lang niya is magsimula mag-recover kung may karugtong na bagyo within the same week. Useless daw. Okay, let's move on to the next. Emerging at the 8th spot is about the UAAP. UAAP and MWell partnered to launch their special edition smartwatch. Now, what should we expect from these exciting wearables? Mobile journalist Denise Valdesancho with the report.
If there's one thing people love about the UAAP, it's the school spirit. And MWell, together with the UAAP, made sure you can sport it on your wrists through its special edition smartwatches. The UAAP and MWell have officially tied up to launch their special edition wearables on a Friday afternoon, November 15. UAAP Executive Director Attorney Rebo Sagisag revealed how MWell Chairman and MPIC Chairman and CEO Manuel V. Pangilinan drove the partnership.
We're just so happy that the people behind MWell, led by of course the Chairman MVP, parang he tasked that parang it's advocacy of trying to reach out and trying to change the culture of better health.
This special edition UAAP watches come in 2 types, the Power and Prestige smartwatches, both of which are loaded with essential health features.
Kasi again, what gets measured gets managed, right? So in terms of performance, you measure your heart rate, your sleep, and the amount of nutrition that you get. Pero pati yung mga taong people behind the organizers, yung stress level namin, mga board of managing directors, executive director, the staff, the everyday people, kailangan mo i-measure kung nakatulog ka ba ng tama. Kasi
selected UAAP student athletes were also present to try out the smartwatches. Donning her yellow smartwatch, cheer dance athlete Daydream Camporedondo from UST shared her favorite features from the UAAP watch.
Yung sa feature na heart rate and also the blood pressure kasi kapag pwede na namin siyang i-check through watch. And then hindi na kami for the normal na inaano pa yung BP and all, automatic na siya.
Each water-resistant wearable is styled with the school logos together with color-matching straps.
The ability to be able to change the straps and customize the face is something that's also different. But maybe our selling proposition is affordability. It can be made available and accessible to all Filipinos who are not able to afford 30, 40, 50,000 peso watches or wearables and rings.
She also expressed MWell and the UAAP shared goal of helping the youth stay on top of their health.
So if our athletes are also healthy and well, then they're able to inspire the other students in the universities to be able to push also for health and wellness. It's really, really key because we want to be able to start our youth and our young in terms of mindfulness, in terms of health and wellness.
The limited edition watches ideally connected to the MWell app are available on the MWell app eShop or the MWell website. Mobile journalist Denise Valdesancho. We are One News.
Meron na kami yung
Yung sa ring.
Pero alam mo maganda yung sa ring, pagkasabay ng watch, meron ka rin
Oo
watch.
nga, para partner na
Baka
sila.
naman, oo. Kahit yung lang, masampulan
Si
yung
Ma'am Jay, nakikita.
yung last DLSU watch, pwede na yan. Lasal watch, pwede naman yan. Baka naman pwede lang makita lang, di ba?
Oh, malay mo.
Bagay sa ring yan eh.
Pwede.
Sa pareho.
Terno sila, terno.
Terno sila.
Alright, coming up. On what grounds is Malaysia protesting the new Philippine maritime laws?
And let's get the latest situation in areas battered by Typhoon Pepito.
We are just getting started, mga kapatid. More of our top 10 news when Brunch returns. Keep it here on One News.
Ha? Bawati ba? Ha? Yan.
Good morning! You're still watching Brunch here on One News. Yan.
Oh, ito from Some Pokemon Go. Good morning. Thank you daw. Thank you to the Lord that the sun came out today. Of
Yes,
course. Thank
actually,
you.
that's
For most of
true.
us, pero of course, may mga nakaranas din ng matinding bagyo. And Juan Miguel Ebrono, si Migs, hello, Brunchies. Alex Fuentes, magandang umaga. Alex Fuentes, may mga trivia ba kayo dyan? Some Pokemon Go?
About suman.
About suman. Alam mo ba, there are two kinds of suman.
Ano?
Suman, suwoman.
Eh. Sabi ko na nga ba
panalo
eh.
yun
Pero
eh.
good morning kay Alex Fuentes. Yung mga taga-YouTube naman, Geraldine Balolong, si, all the way yan, watching from Bukidnon. Si Leonie Valdesoto, Brunch Angels ang tawag niya sa atin. At saka, si Summer Cabrera, sabi niya, subok na matatag ang Sierra Madre. Yan.
Hey, very critical ang Sierra
Ang mga
Madre.
nambabasag sa bagyo, Caraballo
Correct.
at Cordillera.
Yeah, we should protect Sierra Madre at
Totoo.
all costs.
Yes.
Alright, let's move on.
Okay.
Going straight to our top 7 is about the SC-TEX toll hike. The Toll Regulatory Board has approved the second tranche of SC-TEX toll rate increase effective November 19. Rates will rise by 64 centavos per kilometer for Class 1, 1 peso and 29 centavos for Class 2, and 1 peso and 93 centavos for Class 3 vehicles. Now, this means motorists from Mabalacat City to Tarlac will face an additional charge of up to 75 pesos. For those traveling between Mabalacat City and Tipo, toll fees will increase by at least 41 pesos. The increase is part of the deferred periodic adjustments to mitigate inflation's impact.
Now, let's continue. Still on transportation, the first phase of the LRT1 Cavite extension is now open to the public. The project is a public-private partnership between the Transportation Department and Light Rail Manila Corporation. The new stations are Redemptorist Mia, Asia World Ninoy Aquino, and Dr. Santos. The extension is expected to serve 80,000 more passengers daily, increasing LRT1 ridership to 400,000. Operations will run from 5 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Sa pagbubukas ng LRT1 Cavite Extension Phase 1, magiging mas mabilis ang biyahe ng ating mga commuters. So yung premise nito is travel from Quezon City to Parañaque, commute will be less than an hour. So ito po, mas magiging mabilis. And then ating mga bagong stasyon, no? And then yung ating mga bagong tren, magiging convenient yung kanilang pagbiyahe.
Alam mo, maganda yan, 80,000 passengers. But studies will show na wala masyadong direct impact with traffic.
With the current population and traffic.
No, with the traffic because ang riders naman natin na masisilbihan dyan are not the riders who are people who own cars. Pag-aralan nila dapat parang ginawa ng San Francisco.
Yes.
Yung sa BART. The BART in San Francisco kasi is you take your car, you park it sa main station, and from the ample ang parking space, and then from there you take the BART to work and then go back. So walang traffic on the road. The traffic is limited to the station area. Sana pag-aralan nila how we can create ample parking spaces for those taking the MRT and LRT, di ba? Kasi if you have ample parking spaces, pabawasan mo yung kalye sa main thoroughfare, which is EDSA.
Gagaan ang traffic.
Gagaan traffic.
You will
Everyone's
encourage
taking
more
train.
commuters,
Oo.
di ba, to take the train.
Yes.
At hindi na sila gagastos para
Kasi if you keep on building
kotse.
lang naman, you're just catering to the public that's already commuting. Plus, magkakaroon na tayo ng subway soon. So, pag-aralan nila things like this na sa mga parking
Saka
area mo.
dapat hindi yung mga tumitirik. Well, this is new. So, tignan natin.
Alam, mabago to. Maganda naman.
Pinakita nga yun over the weekend, Friday, if I'm not mistaken,
Oo.
yung area na yan, yung sa may Dr. Santos na sobrang linis, tapos konti pa lang yung mga tao.
Pero in all fairness naman sa MRT and LRT, maganda so
Yes.
far ang performance ng mga bago nila. Walang masyadong aberya as compared to before.
Right.
Okay.
Let's continue with our countdown.
At our sixth spot is the eGov app. The Department of Information and Communications Technology, or DICT, has denied reports of eGov PH app leak. Based on its probe, DICT found no suspicious activities or data breaches. It assured the public that their data remains safe and secured. DICT called the reports as a hoax and warned the public about sharing unverified information online. Yan, sabi nga nila, di ba, before you click or share, alamin yung katotohanan.
Right.
Yan.
Okay. Okay, wala pa pala yung guest natin kasi we would like to know kasi yung real story behind this kasi the information was published, of course, through cybersecurity enthusiast group Deep Web Connect.
Yes,
Through its blog Kukublan Philippines. They were claiming that there was a potential data breach in the eGov system nga daw, which allegedly may have affected around 200,000 users.
Sila ba nag-hack daw mismo?
Hindi. Usually kasi sila yung nagbibigay lang na sinasabi nila, may na-hack. Ganun.
Sometimes there are groups that
Yes.
deliberately hack to test the strength of the websites that we have here. Pang-test
Totoo.
lang sila.
Ano, di ba meron dyan yung white hacker,
The white
at saka
hacker,
black hacker.
black hacker,
oo.
oo.
Pero yun nga, sinasabi ng DICT, this is hoax, hindi daw totoo yun.
Yes, oo daw.
And syempre, we would like to know the side of
story
the
behind this,
DICT,
oo.
bakit? At saka ano yung mga data sa nandoon, 'di ba, sa ilalim ng eGov app. Yun yung mga users tayo yun eh, 'di ba? So ano yung mga initial investigation nila diyan, saan nanggaling ito? Kasi hindi naman po pwede yung makaka-receive tayo ng mga ganito na fake news. Tapos dapat merong accountability, 'di ba? Dapat whoever spread this
the fake news, oo.
dapat masampulan.
We have to remember we're living in the age of digital information where everything is online. So any breach that happens to any of our agencies, medyo worried yung mga kababayan natin. Sabi nila, kasi teka lang, meron kaming national ID. Lahat ng info namin sa national ID is online. Di ba? Naging malaking contentious issue yan. Before releasing yung program, may roll out yung program.
Plus, especially now na for a while, medyo tumigil yung mga tumatawag tsaka nagme-message ng mga kung ano-ano ngayon. Pero recently, we've been receiving reports also from different sources na meron pa rin mga talamak ngayon naman, may mga tumatawag, may mga nagme-message. Tapos yung mga message pa nila gamit yung mga, tawag dito, yung mga kala mo legit na mga pangalan ng kumpanya. Okay, sige, let's continue with our countdown. Our top 5, a possible Senate investigation into digital wallet scams. Senator Risa Ontiveros has filed a resolution calling for a probe into unauthorized transfers involving digital wallets. Ontiveros cited incidents involving GCash, such as phishing attacks. She stressed the need for stronger policies to ensure accountability and protect users from scams. In response, GCash has assured users it is working with law enforcement agencies to address these issues. Yun. Kasi nga, medyo marami-rami, di ba? Over, last couple of days or weeks, 2 weeks na yata nangyari yun, di ba? Na may several personalities din na nagsabi na pati yung 80,000, si Pokwang, di ba? Sabi niya yung 80,000 na kinita nila from the online business na limas.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga, sabi nga nitong e-wallet na ito, na ibigay naman na daw, I don't know kung 100% doon sa mga nawalan ng pera at that particular time, yung kanilang mga pera.
Pero pag-aralan natin about anong klase accountability meron ng isang e-wallet na ganyan. It's, because could you imagine, mawalan ka ng 80,000, kahit sabi mo binalik after a few hours, what if you needed that 80,000 for that particular time and you incurred penalties? Kunyari, business, nag-incur ka ng mga penalties at that time, di ba? So, ano yung accountability ng wallet na yun?
Oo. Balikan muna natin yung usapin kanina tungkol dun sa allegedly na hoax na e-gov app na na-hack daw. Diba?
Ay, oo.
To talk more about this, we have the ICT Undersecretary Jeffrey Ian Uy joining us again via Zoom. Hi, Yusek. Thanks for joining us
Good
today.
morning, Yusek.
Hello, good morning. Yes. Jeffrey I&D, Secretary Ivan Uy is my secretary.
Ay, oo nga pala.
Sorry.
Oo nga. Sorry, sir. Okay.
Sir, let's start off now. Where did this hoax come from? Do we have any information as to the source?
So we're coordinating with our law enforcement agencies regarding this alias Greg, parang GR33G, pinost sa Breeze forums. Actually, ang modus operandi talaga ng itong taong ito is mag-post siya ng ganyan ka-sensitive na information, tapos hihingi siya ng bayad sa Bitcoin. So actually, niloloko niya rin yung mga bibili. So, hindi lang ito yung first time na pinost niya yan. Nag-post din siya na nahack niya raw ang DICT, na pinost niya rin na nahack niya ang CICC, may mga pinost siyang nahack ng mga bangko. And then, ang gagawin niya, mangungulekta siya sa mga gustong bumili. Pero wala naman siyang sample data na kayang ibigay kasi hindi nga totoo yung kanyang pinopost. In fact, as of today, na-ban na yung account niya sa Breeze Forums. So yung Breeze Forums is a forum kung saan yung mga hackers pwede actually, illegal nga rin yung forum na yun. Let's just say illegal na siya, ini-illegal pa niya yung community niya.
Right.
Ina-underground niya rin yung community
Pero
niya.
given na matagal na ginagawa niya ito, no, are there any cases that we have attempted to file against this personality?
There are two problems. No? First is that legal laws are jurisdictional. Breeze Forum is an international forum.
Yeah.
Number two is, so hindi pa natin alam yung nationality niya. Pangalawa,
okay.
we don't have his true identity yet.
Okay.
But he is already banned by his own community.
Okay.
As of yesterday, his own account was banned by Breeze Forums.
But this was also posted, no? Or may inisyu na statement itong, of course, kilala naman natin to, yung cybersecurity enthusiast group na Deep Web Connect through their blog na Kukublan. Have you also talked to them regarding this? Kasi they also issued the statement regarding the allegedly yung hacking ng e-gov app.
So actually, that's the problem with Deep Web Connect. But I already talked to them. No? Next time, I told them, if you really want to pose as legitimate source of news, you can directly message me either through my page, FB page, or personally. No?
Right.
Ang ginawa kasi nila, kinuha lang nila yung galing sa Breeze Forums. Tapos pinost nila, parang kinopy and paste nila. But that's all untrue. Like I said, there are 3 reports already of this Mr. or Miss GR33G, ang haba ng pangalan niya. And all of these are hoax. Sabi pa nga niya, hawak niya ng webmail ng CICC. That's untrue. Lahat ng pinost niya ay I think kaya siya na-ban dahil may naloko din siya sa loob ng community niya.
Yusek, ano nga po ulit para mas malinaw lang din sa ating mga kababayan, just in case, na ano po ba yung mga information na dapat namin pag-ingatan dito sa e-gov app?
So number one, the eGov app. Number one, only trust the application itself. Pag may nagpadala sa inyo ng text saying that you click this, don't do that.
Yes.
Just download it either from iOS or Android. The information that you get there, eGov app is just a connector to all other government agencies.
Okay.
For example, your national ID is there. not because we store it, but because we connect to the PLC's national ID system. E-travel is there because we also connect to the Bureau of Immigration's databases, which is being used for you to report if you are, if you are incoming or
Yes.
outgoing the Philippines, which is necessary for you to use the e-gates, di ba? May e-gates na tayo ngayon sa immigration. So if you want to use the e-gates, you have to use the e-travel para dire-diretso ka na. Hindi ka
Yan.
na pipila sa immigration officer.
So Yusek, sinasabi nyo na of course just only deal with the app itself, don't wag pansinin yung mga texts or emails. But what if
Yes.
the public encounters any of these? How can they report this, Yusek?
They can send an email to us. So, dalawa, no? They can either, for scams in general, you can communicate with the Cybercrime Investigation Coordinating Center, an attached agency of the ICT, through 1326.
Okay.
Or you can just email us. If it is a hacking incident, email cert-ph, CERT-ph at dict.gov.ph. For general scams, you can go to our website or report to 1326.
I think it is opportunity na rin, Yusek, to ask you regarding the e-wallet incident
yeah.
with GCash.
GCash.
Any
Yeah.
development on that?
Okay. So, just to clarify, the regulator of GCash is Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas.
Yes.
They already issued a statement that they are also investigating this independently. Pero kami, as the ICT and as the under kasi namin ng National Computer Emergency Response Team, our investigation centered on whether there was a cyber attack involved. And we are confident to say right now that GCash was not a victim of a cyber attack, at least from an external hacker or an external attacker. So wala tayong dapat ikatakot, hindi under attack ang financial system. We are confident to say that this is an internal issue within GCash, a buggy software module called Centomany or what they call Ampao. Yun nga lang, hindi rin namin ma-ascertain paano nangyaring wala ka namang ginagawa pero ginamit mo yung Ampao system.
Exactly.
Yes, yes.
Oo.
Yeah. So what they did was they turned it off right now. And then the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas in their statement also encouraged GCash to conduct or to hire a third-party external auditor para maging mas transparent yung investigation. So all consumer-related, si BSP na yon. But GCash did tell us that naibalik naman daw lahat. I-define ko lang yung lahat ng
Yes,
pera.
yes,
Yeah.
please.
In their definition, ang naapektuhan is yung Centomany.
Okay.
So kung tulad ka ni Madam Pokwang na nakita mo single number, multiple sending to different numbers, almost similar amounts. Yun yung binalik nilang pera. Kasi yun yung affected ng kanilang internal reconciliation error.
Okay.
All other things. Halimbawa, nawalan ka ng pera dahil nagpadala ka kunyari sa Lazada or nagpadala ka sa Shopee or na-scam ka or anything. Hindi pa nila binabalik yun kasi medyo magulo yung sitwasyon eh. Ang
Yeah.
dami yung nagsasabi, hindi pa nababalik yung pera nila.
Pero Yusek, I'd like to ask, given yung situation, ano mapapayo mo sa kababayan natin? Is it safe to leave a substantial amount in GCash at this point in time? Or would you say just as a transition, if you're going out, maybe you need to pay for something, tsaka lang maglalagay?
Oh, very good question. Ako, ang advice ko is that you always keep your money in different wallets or different storage bins like your own bank, which is a lot safer. Remember that GCash and all e-wallets are not covered by the Philippine Deposit
Yes.
Insurance Corporation. So kung ilalagay niyo yung pera niyo doon, be mindful na ito lang yung parang week transaction niyo. Always, the banks are always safer because at least your money is insured.
Right.
And it's more resilient. Their applications are usually more resilient. Although, it's also harder to transact using a bank application kasi may holding time yan eh.
Yes,
And
yes,
I think that strictness is a necessary step. That's why they are a little bit more secure than e-wallets where it's become so ubiquitous, no? Parang pagka-send mo, yun na. Nandun na agad.
Yeah, thank you for that tip. But before we let you go, Yusek, siguro your comment na lang dun sa gustong gawin na investigation sa Senate, particularly ni Senator Risa Ontiveros regarding this e-wallet incident.
Well, of course, we always welcome the investigation of Senate as the representatives of the people. They have oversight functions in the executive branch, and we will be more than willing to cooperate and send them our investigation reports.
Right.
And I think GCash also welcomes this, kasi remember that they operate on trust, and they need to regain that trust back.
Exactly. Alright,
Alright.
on that note, maraming salamat po sa inyo ulit. Huwag kayong magsawa sa pag-guest sa amin, DICT Undersecretary Jeffrey Ian D.
Yun, magandang naklaro natin mga ibang bagay-bagay. But let's move on to the next. Placing at the fourth spot is the National Police Commission or NAPOLCOM. President Bongbong Marcos has appointed lawyer Rafael Calinisan as NAPOLCOM's new commissioner. Calinisan will represent NAPOLCOM's civilian sector, replacing Alberto Bernardo. In his interview with A Big Story, Calinisan said he was tasked by PBBM to cleanse the police force. He is also planning to meet with Interior Secretary John Vic Remulla to investigate the alleged extrajudicial killings during the Duterte administration.
I plan to meet and seek clearance with the SILG. Kita naman natin na the DOJ already formed a task force to investigate the EJ case, at least for the criminal aspect. Like I mentioned, we need to discuss the administrative aspect of that. And I cannot do it on my own. So I'm just one. So I need to bring in the other 5 so we can investigate the EJ case as far as administrative liability is concerned.
Perfect.
Kasi-
Actually, Calinisan.
Kalinisan, lilinisin.
Calinisan sa PNP.
Oh,
diba?
lilinisin ni Kalinisan.
Ang PNP.
Pero hindi, kidding
Actually,
aside.
bagay yung... Actually, we need that. Kidding aside nga, we need
Yes.
that because there's so many... madaming magagaling na police officers. Yung PNP, madaming mga good
Nahahaluan ng bad
Nahahaluan sila ng bad
apples.
apples. And yung image nila kasi nasisira. Which is sayang because all the hard work that they are doing, di ba, will be put to waste kung hindi natin lilinisin to. And sabi ni Kalinisan, lilinisin niya yung PNP. We're expecting that.
Oo, pero plus, di ba, ito ngayon sinasabi nila for the longest time na ina-accuse nila si former President Rodrigo Duterte.
Oo.
Wala naman talagang nasasampahan ng kaso. So, this time around, sabi nga nila, dito, makikita nila within the ranks of the PNP kung sino talaga yung po pwedeng kasuhan doon. Di ba?
Oo, tsaka pinag-aaralan na nila yung magtayo ng IAS or Internal Affairs Service that's independent of the police chief.
Oo.
Internal kasi parang
currently, yan ang sa head pa rin
they
nila.
report to the head. Not like in the, di ba, in the US, yung Internal Affairs, they don't report to the police chief. They're an independent police group that investigates their own ranks.
Yung isa sa mga dahilan na sinasabi nila na bakit hindi daw mga nakakasuhan yung ibang mga pulis, allegedly, sangkot dito sa mga extrajudicial killings, ay sinasabi nila because, of course, nawawala yung mga evidence, di ba, natatapon, nasusunog or whatsoever. At least ito, with the new NAPOLCOM commissioner, we will see,
Nakatutok
diba?
na siya dito.
Kung ano yung matututukan niya. Marami silang trabaho, especially din si new DILG Secretary John Vic Remulla, di ba?
Oo.
Pagkaupo niya, bagyo agad, tapos eto na.
Yeah.
Alright, let's continue with our countdown. Next, in our countdown, the possible return of Mary Jane Veloso to the Philippines. Ambassador Gina Alagon Jamoralin said Indonesia is considering Veloso's transfer to a Philippine prison. She also said that Jakarta signaled it would allow Manila to make future decisions about potential clemency once Veloso is transferred. This marks a significant development in the 14-year campaign for her release. Veloso is currently on death row in Indonesia for drug trafficking.
Yeah,
This is a good news.
Good news.
Kahit pa paano.
Although si Veloso really did transfer drugs, the issue here was she was
Victim siya.
She was made to be a mule, di ba? Of course, lesson learned. Next time, check your baggages. But
Kasi sabi
ang
niya,
point
di ba,
nito,
she maintains her innocence. Hindi niya alam kung ano yung nakalagay doon sa bag.
ang kasi dito ng Philippines, ang ina-assert natin before, baka we could use her as a witness.
Oo. That's what they did.
Kaya nga, but in other words, pwede nang as a witness para ma-stay yung execution.
Yes. Oo.
But now maybe we could give clemency and maging state witness
Yes.
to point out sino ba yung mga naka-interact niyang mga syndicate sindikato na ito? Because the bigger picture is how do we bring down these syndicates preying on vulnerable civilians or innocent people who just want to make a living.
Totoo.
Syempre, minsan you're under duress already pag kailangan mo kumita, lahat ng opportunity. Tayo nga, we were in Rome, 'di ba? We were in Italy.
In transit to Rome.
In transit, may nagsasabi, hindi, pauwi na tayo noon.
Pauwi na ba yun?
Pauwi na. Nag-offer sa atin ng double the amount of an excess baggage para lang na tayo aako ng baggage niya. No, we said no.
For context ang dito kay Mary Jane Veloso, I don't remember but that was 14 years ago if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, oo.
'Di ba nahuli siya doon, sabi nga niya she was promised nung kanilang kapitbahay na supposedly na recruiter nga ng trabaho pero nilipat siya doon sa Malaysia, sa Indonesia, tas ito na nga yun nangyari.
Yes.
During the Pinoy administration, 'di ba? Tinry natin i-hold talaga yung kanyang yung pagbitay sa kanya.
We delayed it because we parang present natin sa Indonesia na
yes, sakto kasi in time of yung death row niya.
Present natin
biglang surrender yung dalawang illegal recruiters na nag-recruit nga dito kay Mary Jane Veloso. Tapos
kaya ang avenue na ginawa natin is we need to get Mary Jane Veloso's testimony. But if you execute her now,
hindi namin mariresolve yung kaso.
So pwedeng habang kinukuha namin yung statement, ano nyo muna, stay nyo muna execution.
Huwag nyo muna siyang
pero
ibitay.
the first time was not a delay or of the commutation of the sentence. Was just merely a delay. But right now, talagang we're moving forward with this discussion.
Exactly. So this December, her parents, yung mommy at daddy niya pupunta ulit sa Indonesia para dalawin siya. Kasama yung dalawa niyang anak. Ito nung binabasa ko talaga, naalala ko. Talagang, it broke my heart. Kasi yung anak niya na naiwan, at that time na umalis siya, na supposedly siya ay magtatrabaho sa ibang bansa, ay 8 years old at saka 3. Ngayon, they're 22 and 17 years old.
Wow, they're gonna see their mama, hopefully.
Yes.
Very soon.
Alright, sige.
Alright, don't go away because we're not done yet. May dalawa pa tayo. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're still watching Brunch here on One News. And of course, maraming salamat sa House of Bao para masarap na
House of Puto Bao.
Puto Bao sa masasarap na suman na hindi kailangan ng sugar.
Yes. Batiin ko lang ulit si Ralph Domingo.
Sa Pokemon Go.
Sa Gary Field, si Migs Ebron, si Tita Daisy, Tita Naldi, Tito Nito. Yan,
si Vlad.
Sa atin. Si VJ, si Ice, diba? Yan, nanonood din sa atin. Okay, let's continue with our countdown.
Ba't ka pumitik?
Si Mina Benales.
Mina Benales. Okay. Ayokong pinipitikan ako eh.
Sorry.
Okay.
Go.
Going straight to our top 2, Malaysia's protests against new Philippine maritime laws. Malaysia claims that the Philippine Maritime Zones and Archipelagic Sea Lanes Acts encroach on their territory. Deputy Foreign Minister Mohammed Alamin said the government reviewed the reference documents related to the laws and found that they include claims over the Malaysian state of Sabah on Borneo Island. The Philippine Department of Foreign Affairs has not yet released a statement on the matter. Very contentious issue kasi yung Sabah area na ever since. No? Marcos admin pa lang contentious na yan
Yun nga yung sinasabi natin, nakalagay daw doon.
Yun
sabi
actually,
ng mga
they're not contesting yung same
yung
as
sea lane natin, yung archipelagic, natin.
Yung same as doon kinocontest ng China. They're contesting the area near Borneo. Sabah.
Kasi sinasabi nga nila, doon sa law natin, naka-extend yung claim natin. Kasi di ba yung archipelagic at saka maritime loan, solidifies yung talagang territory natin.
That's right. That's right.
So, they're saying through their Deputy Foreign Minister na yung na-extend daw yung claim natin dun sa Malaysian boundaries na na-map out na noong 1979, which is already, sabi nila, supported internationally. So, yun yung kanila magiging protest ngayon tungkol sa Sabah, hindi dun sa West Philippine Sea. Alright, sige, let's continue with our countdown. Our top story for today is Typhoon Pepito. The weather is better now in some areas, but thousands of families in Quezon and Nueva Ecija are still staying in evacuation centers. Here's the report.
A pregnant Marjorie Villanueva braved a strong wind and heavy rain brought by Typhoon Pepito to go to the nearest evacuation site in San Jose, Nueva Ecija. She said it would be worse for her if she experiences flood in her house.
Inaas na po namin yung mga gamit ng baby para po hindi maabutan. Buti po may motor kami. Yun po, dinala na dito kasi basa rin po kami pag pumunta dito.
Florida Recalde was also shivering from the cold weather when she evacuated from her house. She said her place is prone to flood.
Tatlo po yung mga apo kong maliliit. Sila po yung mga inuna ko. Tapos yung mga gamit namin, pamalit, yan lang, saka yung pagkain.
More than 4,000 residents are staying in evacuation centers in Nueva Ecija. The city of San Jose is also experiencing a brownout. Authorities are still rescuing residents stranded in their homes due to the flood.
Hinihintay nilang talagang tumaas muna yung tubig bago sila sumama sa amin. Dahil daw baka maiwan yung bahay, mahirap daw magbitbit ng gamit, may mga bata daw.
In Quezon Province, Typhoon Pepito brought heavy rain and strong waves in the town of General Nakar Province over the weekend. Some families in the town evacuated to the nearest evacuation centers for safety. One of them is Jennifer Sangalang, who lives near the Agos River.
Kinatatakot po namin doon, baka po bilang bumos yung tubig, ay anod po kami lahat.
Ludema de Loreto also evacuated because of her fear of strong winds.
Ambay kang pinatatakot at baka yung aming pong bubong ay maalis na at mahina na po ang bubong namin.
General Nakar Mayor S.C. Razul told the residents to stay alert.
Pumunta na kayo doon sa safe na lugar. Lagi kayong mag-monitor sa mga update ng ating MDRR.
Over 2,000 families or 9,000 individuals are currently seeking shelter in evacuation centers. But since the weather has already improved, some of them are preparing to go home today, while classes are still suspended in General Nakar.
Now to give us more updates, we have OCD Administrator and NDRRMC Executive Director Ariel Nepomuceno joining us on the line. Good morning po.
Good morning po at magandang umaga rin po sa ating mga kababayan.
Hingi lang po kami ng update, Director Ariel, doon sa ilang mga pamilya po, mga kababayan natin ngayon ang kasalukuyang nasa mga evacuation center.
Ganito po, yung bagyo kasing Pepito, ito yung pang-pito ng bagyo simula.
Right.
Kaya nadagdagan pa yung mga dati nang nasa evacuation centers. Ang tumugon sa panawagan natin na mag-preemptive evacuation dahil sa bago dumating ang Pepito, 220,903 families po yung tumama. 794,700 persons po yan or individual. Nadagdag po yan sa mga nasa loob na. Kaya ang total nating mga pamilya na naturon na 114,200 families yung nandun na po at 478,317 individuals. Sa iba't ibang lugar naman po yan from Regions 1, 2, Cordillera, Central Luzon, Region 5 at for the meanwhile, nung bago nag-preemptive evacuation din po ang mga kababayan natin sa Region 8 sa Samar area. Subalit may nabalita pa rin sa amin na hindi po lahat sumama. Kaya sana'y sa susunod talaga sumunod na po sila pagpunta sa evacuation centers.
Do we have a tally, Director, about yung missing or any casualties due to yung itong sunod-sunod na bagyo?
Tama po. Maganda naman balita. As of now, wala po naiulat na namatay or nasawit dahil sa bagyong Pepito. Subalit merong naiulat sa amin na 3 nawawala dyan sa Nueva Ecija na nakikita sila dun sa gilid ng ilog at nung tubig, lumakas yung agos, natanga yung bahay nila, kasama sila doon. So, hopefully makikita sila, kaya lang nga, obviously hindi sila nakasama sumama dun sa evacuation center sa Nueva Ecija po.
But of course, we would also like to know yung pong mga clearing operations natin ngayon. Ilang lugar pa po ba yung mga impassable? Kasi we've seen also itong ginawa ng typhoon or bagyong Pepito na we've seen several uprooted trees tapos mga nagbagsakan ng mga poste ng ilaw.
Oo. Ang mga tulay hindi pa pwedeng daanan, mga 40 pa ho yan, 4 na po. May sa Region 2 po karamihan dyan. Kasi Region 2, Cagayan area talaga matindi nung bagyong Christine pa. At after Christine, pa may Marcy talaga tinatamaan lagi ang Cagayan. Sila na naman kahit paano tinamaan na naman ang Cagayan dahil paglabas ng bagyong Pipito, dyan niya sa bandang Cagayan, Ilocos Sur, konti sa. And then ang mga hindi pa rin madaan natin sa Regions 1, 2 at Cordilleras, 63 road sections pa ho yung hindi natin nadadaanan. At sa mga seaports naman, bawal pa rin ho ang maglayag ngayon. 46 seaports pa po ang hindi po pwedeng.
Meron din rin po ba tayong mga naitala pang mga dahil nga po dito sa mga areas na hindi pa madaanan, yung mga isolated areas na mga kababayan po nating stranded na hindi po natin mapuntahan o mabigyan ng mga relief goods?
Sa ngayon naman po, accessible, kaya na po natin puntahan lahat. Hindi po kagaya nung nangyari sa Bicol, yung mismong highway papuntang Naga City, hindi po namin nalusutan yan dahil ang taas ng tubig at ang maraming sasakyan na naipit sa gitna, yun talagang din na umaandar. Natuto po tayo dyan, kaya ngayon, bago pa magdumating yung bagyo, nag-worst case scenario planning kami, tinitingnan namin sa inyong mga possible alternate routes by land at yung staging areas by for sea vessels or air assets. Identified na po yan. Kaya katanduan ito, ang pinaka matitipong tip. Bukas naman po ang airports at airport nila, airport kaya diretso lang po tayo dyan. Hintay pa po namin ang ulat ngayon sa Cordillera.
Okay.
Landslide prone areas po yan eh. So maya-maya po
Okay, Yusek, given what happened was unprecedented, we had four storms na sunod-sunod na in a span of a few weeks lamang, no? Moving forward po, Yusek, ano po ang mga plano natin with regards to response and possible mitigation also? Kasi sabi nga ni PBBM, useless din minsan ang recovery after the first storm kung may parating na second. Ang naapektuhan po natin, not only yung mga na-evacuate, pati po yung mga workers natin on the field, may fatigue, nagkakasakit, may threat to life. So ano po ang plans natin?
Tama po yan. Ang una-una po talaga kailangan tulong ng mga kababayan natin. Ang for the short term, talagang kailangan po natin tugunan yung pag-evacuate talaga. Yan ang una nating panangga para pumamatay o masawi ating mga kababayan. Of course, in the future, pero matagal pa ho gawin. Subalit kailangan gawin yung talaga na permanenteng relocation ng mga nasa landslide, kahit po sa vulkan, yung mga nasa permanent danger zone, yung nasa submerged area, nasa river banks. Kaya lang, matagal pa ho yan at alam po natin na nasa balikat po yan ng local government units. Matagal po.
I'd like to add to that question, Yusek. Is it in the works po in discussion about possibly having dedicated evacuation centers in areas that are determined to be in the critical areas?
Tama po. May programa po yan nasa DPWH. Subalit for the short term, hindi maiwasan po talaga na ginagamit yung mga paaralan. Kaya dugtong-dugtong yung pagsubok, pag ginamit naman yung paaralan, estudyante for school.
Yes.
So kailangan po sa short term, yun po yung available na structure. Pero for the long term, talagang kailangan ng mga mas naka-design na pang-evacuation centers talaga. Meron tamang CR, mayroong pwede mag-aral yung mga bata, yung mga pwede sila mag-alaga ng bata o yung breastfeeding po ba. At yun yung direction natin. But of course, hindi po tayo napakayamang bansa, pero ito po ang tamang direction na inutugan sa DPWH po.
Alright, before we let you go, I would also like to ask po kasi yung Nueva Ecija, yan po ang rice granary natin. Itanong ko lang din po yung kamusta po yung mga pananim doon and if kung meron na rin po tayo initial estimate ng damage po ng mga bagyong dumaan sa atin sa infrastructure and of course sa agriculture.
O nga po, tama po. Ganito po, ulitin ko, may mga nauna na pong bagyo.
Right.
Noon pong sa mga unang bagyo, pinagsama-sama na yung damages.
Mm-mm.
Sa agriculture pa lang, mahigit 7 billion na po yung losses natin. Sa infrastructure naman, mahigit 10.4, 10 billion plus po yun. Subalit, nadagdagan pa po yan itong Pepito. Initially, as of now, nadagdagan ng additional 248 million na po yung dating 7 billion sa agriculture at nadagdagan ng bagong 470 million yung mga nasirang infrastruktura on top of the more than 10 billion nung kaya alam mo, mas malaki po yung gagastusin dyan kung itatayo po yan dahil kapag tinayo po natin ang infrastruktura na pareho disenyo, baka makakala po ulit yun. Kaya po yung Build Back Better will require a stronger design and better implementation po. Kaya malamang mas mataas pa po dyan yung damages talaga.
Alright, patuloy po kami makikipag-ugnayan sa inyo. For the meantime, thank you for all that you do. That was Yusek Ariel Nepomuceno. Thank you po.
Salamat din po. Thank you rin po.
Grabe.
Oo, kasi
Ang laki nun. Yung paulit-ulit, di ba? For context, maraming bagyo dumaan in a span of 1 month, di ba? This is the 7th, di ba?
Yeah.
Oo.
So maybe this will change, sabi nga ni Yusek, kumbaga yung tono ng pananalita niya is, this may change the way we look at storms altogether.
Sure.
Kasi hindi na sufficient ang current protocols or processes that we have. And even the number of yung manpower, kasi alam mo, it's a real thing, yung mga, not only sa atin mga evacuees or mga naapektuhan, but also our own rescuers have experienced fatigue, and we cannot have them experience fatigue because they are very critical in ensuring that everyone is safe. Na kung napapagod sila for straight and mostly in the same areas, di ba, sino po ang tutulong sa atin?
Exactly.
So that's why kailangan silipin natin. Ano ba ang magiging normal? Hindi na new normal. Ano magiging normal?
On how are we responding?
In terms of disaster response, di ba?
Totoo. Can you imagine, infrastructure initial 2.4 billion plus 470 million dahil sa Pepito. Tapos 7 billion tapos additional 248 million sa agriculture dahil sa taas nun. Kawawa yung mga farmers din natin, wag natin sila kakalimutan, di ba?
That's why yung mga nakakanood po ngayon ng TV sa atin or mga gising sa atin, pasalamat tayo sa Diyos at we're able to be awake and alive this Monday morning.
Actually, may ibang ako nakita na parang sinasabi na, hindi naman masyado malakas pala yung Pepito, hina-hype lang masyado ng...
No, malakas siya.
I mean, malakas siya. Number one, there are certain factors, di ba? Number one, baka hindi ka lang informed, di ba? Na dun sa mga ibang nakita natin ng mga reports, like in Catanduanes, in Albay, di ba, in Aurora, grabe yung hagupit ng Pepito. Number two, mas maigi nga yung di ba, hindi na lang talaga nangyari yun, at least okay lang prepared tayo, di ba? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Saka based sa system and models ng Pag-asa. For example, NCR, Metro Manila, for example, wala daw naramdaman. But based on models ng Pag-asa, it is signal number 2 in this area. And ang distance po ng tama ng bagyon paglihis is very small. So in other words, kung naisipan ni Pepito, biglang bumalik sa atin at the snap of a finger or a thumb.
At least prepared tayo.
No, it could do it anytime.
Yes.
So you maintain that warning. In other words, pwedeng mangyari to. And let's all be safe. So huwag na tayo magturuan. And because of that, thank you sa House of Bao.
Puto Bao.
For
thank you.
Zuman. And I'd like to leave everyone with a quote to start our morning. Life has no limitations except the ones you make. A quote from Les Brown.
Ano daw tawag sa suman na bata?
Ano?
Di sukid. Sabi ng viewer natin.
That wraps up today's episode of Brunch.
Join us again tomorrow. I'm Angela Lagunzad-Castro. He is Angelo Castro III. We are One News, all sides, all the time.